Hidden away for centuries, the discovery of the Dead Sea Scrolls in the Qumran caves has fascinated scholars and believers alike. Imagine finding ancient manuscripts that offer glimpses into religious history and uncover mysteries long preserved. Among these is the Great Isaiah Scroll, an extraordinary 2,200-year-old document that has stunned researchers. But what secrets does it hold, and why has it captivated so many across generations? First, we might ask, what could an ancient scroll, hidden in a remote cave for thousands of years, reveal that modern texts have not already told us? And secondly, why would such a fragile, nearly intact artifact carry such significance to the understanding of Jesus and early prophecies? The answers lie within the Isaiah scroll itself. This artifact is not just any manuscript. It is a nearly complete version of the book of Isaiah, written over 2 millennia ago. Scholars have noted that it contains a passage from Isaiah 53, a section interpreted by many as a prophetic vision of Jesus Christ. If you enjoy content that helps you grow spiritually, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and join our community for more inspiration. Let's get started. Despite being written centuries before Jesus' birth, these verses describe a figure who would suffer for the sake of others, a man of sorrows who would ultimately redeem humanity. For those who study ancient prophecies, this scroll's text aligns strikingly with the story of Jesus, making it an essential link in understanding early messianic beliefs. Beyond its contents, the scroll's preservation is astonishing. Unrolled to a full 24 feet with 54 columns of text, the Great Isaiah Scroll is among the oldest and best preserved biblical documents ever discovered. Found by chance in the barren landscape of Qumran in 1946, it represents an impressive piece of religious history, a relic of Jewish culture at a critical moment. Scholars believe the scroll, like many others, was hidden by the Essenes, a Jewish sect who lived in isolation, anticipating a time of divine revelation. Radiocarbon dating and careful study have dated the scroll back to between 356 and 103 BC, giving it a unique position as one of the oldest Hebrew texts. Its preservation, along with the visible ink and skilled handwriting, suggests the intense devotion of those who recorded it. Today, the Isaiah scroll remains a compelling artifact that bridges ancient beliefs and modern faith, illuminating a powerful connection between prophecy and fulfillment. A secluded cave in the desert had given rise to one of the most thrilling discoveries in recent history, yet the journey of the Isaiah scroll did not end with its retrieval. After the initial discovery, one shepherd, despite reluctance from his companions, made the daring choice to return alone. In his solitary search, he managed to bring back not only the Isaiah scroll, but also other invaluable texts like the Community Rule and the Habakkuk commentary. Each of these pieces presents the understanding of an ancient community, and together they would soon reveal an intricate world of beliefs and practices. The journey of these scrolls took a unique turn when they were transported to a Bedouin encampment near Bethlehem. Suspended in a bag from a tent pole, they remained there for weeks before reaching an antiquities dealer. We all face times when life's questions seem unanswerable and direction feels lost. That's when a greater understanding can open new perspectives and offer a sense of peace. These ancient revelations provide a path toward clarity, guiding us with wisdom preserved over centuries. This is exactly what The Secret of Jesus' Apparitions offers, a path to clarity and peace through his revelations. This ebook goes into his prophecies and offers insight into what lies ahead. It's available for free in the pinned comment. Grab it now before the edition's gone. Imagine the anticipation as these ancient texts, dusty, fragile, yet brimming with historical significance, were carefully laid out. For the dealer, it must have felt like discovering relics from a legend concealed from humanity for centuries, now surfacing to tell their stories. The discoveries at Qumran, however, extend far beyond the Isaiah scroll. The entire settlement of Qumran, believed by many to be a hub for a Jewish sect called the Essenes, was meticulously organized and filled with artifacts that revealed its inhabitants' dedication to spiritual and communal life. With elaborate water channels, cisterns, and ritual baths spread throughout the area, it's evident that ritual purity was central to their practices. These baths were likely used for ceremonial cleansing, aligning with the Essenes' devotion to spiritual purity in anticipation of a prophesied messianic age. Beyond these waterworks, the site revealed pottery kilns and storage jars, similar to those that held the Dead Sea Scrolls themselves. This pottery production suggested a self-sustained community, producing essential items not only for daily life, but also potentially for trading with nearby settlements. The jars, meticulously crafted and stored, hint at the possibility that the inhabitants of Qumran were actively preserving sacred texts, perhaps foreseeing the importance of their writings for future generations. A silent reminder of the life and eventual end of this community lies in the Qumran Cemetery, a sprawling burial ground discovered to the east. Here, over 1,000 graves rest, with most remains identified as male, though some female remains have surfaced as well. The sheer volume of graves raises intriguing questions about the community's size, lifespan, and perhaps its enduring cultural or religious influence. Some scholars speculate that bodies may have been transported from other areas, taking advantage of the more accessible terrain of the plateau for burial. Although limited in excavation due to religious laws, the cemetery offers a profound glimpse into a community that not only thrived in isolation, but also left a legacy woven into the sands of Qumran. Nestled in the rugged cliffs around Qumran, the caves have long been silent keepers of ancient secrets, bearing witness to a unique chapter of history. For the people of Qumran, these caves were more than a sanctuary. They appear to have been meticulously prepared as archives. Some scholars believe that the community used these stone chambers to safeguard their most cherished writings, with remnants suggesting that shelving was installed to organize and protect the scrolls within. While the Isaiah scroll is perhaps the most celebrated, it's only one part of a vast library hidden in the cliffs. Altogether, around 1,000 texts were found across a dozen caves, each unveiling pieces of religious and cultural heritage. These manuscripts contained prophecies, legal interpretations, and accounts of future visions that echoed the community's beliefs and anxieties. This discovery provided an unprecedented window into their lives, revealing their world of strict codes and profound expectations of a divine era to come. As you continue, don't forget, our free ebook is available for download, with only a few copies remaining. Secure yours today. However, when the Isaiah scroll was first retrieved in 1947, its importance was far from understood. The scroll passed through the hands of Khalil Iskander Shaheen, an antiques dealer unfamiliar with ancient Hebrew scripts. In an effort to understand its significance, Shaheen brought the scroll to Mar Samuel, an archbishop in East Jerusalem, who sensed its rarity but didn't yet grasp the full scope of its value. He sought the expertise of scholars in the city, marking the beginning of a journey that would bring the scroll into global recognition. In 1947, Professor J. van der Ploeg, a visiting scholar, carefully examined the scroll at St. Mark's Monastery, concluding that it was indeed an ancient Hebrew manuscript of the Book of Isaiah. Yet skepticism lingered, as many doubted such an ancient document could survive in such condition. It wasn't until the renowned archaeologist Eliezer Sukenik from Hebrew University viewed the scroll himself that its authenticity was firmly established. Sukenik's findings provided the scholarly backing needed, and he took the initiative to preserve the text by copying substantial portions, ultimately presenting his findings to Israel's Constituent Assembly. By early 1948, interest in the scroll reached the American schools of Oriental research, where John Trevor, an archaeologist and photographer, photographed it in detail. These images, later sent to Professor William Albright at Johns Hopkins University, provided a breakthrough. Albright's evaluation dated the scroll to around 100 BC, a revelation that validated its age and solidified its historical importance. In 1949, as part of its journey, the Isaiah scroll and several other scrolls traveled to the United States, a land far removed from its origins, yet truly captivated by its mysteries. This transatlantic voyage marked a new era for the scroll, forever changing the way the world viewed these ancient texts hidden for millennia. The public release of the Dead Sea Scrolls stirred waves of excitement and intense discussion across the world. By 1950, thanks to the meticulous efforts of Dr. Miller Burrows, Dr. John Trevor, and Dr. William Brownlee, the American schools of Oriental research published these ancient texts, bringing long-hidden insights into the open. The Isaiah scroll, alongside the Habakkuk commentary and the community rule, was among the first to be unveiled, sparking unprecedented interest within scholarly and religious circles. In an unusual twist of fate, the Isaiah scroll soon found itself on the market. By 1954, the scroll was advertised in a surprising place, the Wall Street Journal. There, under the miscellaneous section, it appeared with a price tag of $250,000. This rare artifact eventually caught the eye of Yigael Yardin, an Israeli archaeologist and son of Eliezer Sukenik, who managed to acquire the scroll. By 1955, after its journey through private hands and public intrigue, the scroll returned to Israel, where it was placed in the Shrine of the Book at the Israel Museum, offering a home where it could be preserved and studied. The reach of the Isaiah scroll expanded even further with advances in digital technology. Partnering with Google, the Israel Museum embarked on a project to digitize the entire scroll, making high-resolution images freely accessible worldwide. Scholars and enthusiasts alike now have the opportunity to examine this ancient document up close from the comfort of their screens. Within the scroll's delicate lines and time-worn columns, scholars discovered something truly remarkable. While the Isaiah scroll closely aligns with the Masoretic text, the authoritative version of the Hebrew Bible, it includes over 2,600 subtle yet meaningful variations. While you explore the hidden wisdom of these ancient texts, why not secure your own copy? Just a handful of copies remain for this free ebook. Tap into timeless knowledge before it's gone. These range from slight spelling choices to omitted phrases, reflecting a living history of text refinement and evolution across centuries. One particular example of textual variance appears in Isaiah 2, where the great Isaiah scroll omits the latter part of verse 9 and all of verse 10. This exclusion has led some scholars to propose that these verses may have been later additions, likely introduced after the original text was completed. This theory gains traction given that these verses do appear in other Qumran Isaiah manuscripts and in both the Masoretic text and the Septuagint, suggesting a time when multiple versions coexisted. Another fascinating discrepancy occurs in Isaiah 47, where the great Isaiah scroll offers a shorter version of the verse, closely aligning with the Greek Septuagint. A later addition by a scribe extends the verse to match the Masoretic text, shedding light on the fluidity of the text in ancient hands. The scribes didn't just copy. They really thought about what they were reading and added their own ideas and changes to shape the message. Through these variations, the Isaiah scroll offers an intimate glimpse into the minds and intentions of ancient scribes, who were both preservers and participants in a tradition that has endured through millennia. The release of the Isaiah scroll sent ripples through academic and religious communities worldwide, revealing fragments of history and scripture untouched for centuries. In an era when few valued ancient manuscripts as highly as today, these scrolls reached meticulous scholars who recognized their immense potential. In recent years, technology added another chapter to the story. High-resolution digital imaging enabled researchers and readers alike to examine the scrolls in detail, sparking renewed interest. This digitization allowed people around the world to explore the intricate ink strokes, aging patterns on the parchment, and the meticulous work of ancient scribes, all from their screens. The Isaiah scroll's textual variations make it particularly compelling. These aren't simple spelling differences, they reflect shifts in language and interpretation over time. Some passages offer alternative phrasing that clarifies ambiguities found in other ancient texts. For example, in certain verses, subtle wording changes reveal how interpretations shifted as generations of scribes left their unique imprints on the text. Since its discovery, scholars have proposed that multiple scribes contributed to the Isaiah scroll. This theory emerged through analyzing handwriting and linguistic style, suggesting that more than one scribe was involved. For these scribes, copying the text was a thoughtful process, involving careful decisions on phrasing and additional insights. This collaboration points to a time when knowledge and scripture were shared labors, passed on with care. The Dead Sea Scrolls reflect a period of intense devotion and intellectual rigor. Hidden in desert caves, each fragment awaited discovery, part of a larger story of faith, survival, and the search for divine truth. Curious to learn more? Our free ebook is waiting for you, but with a few copies left, now's the perfect time to claim your guide to these extraordinary revelations. For the community that preserved them, they were more than texts. They were a testament to their beliefs, hidden to endure centuries. The Isaiah scroll, accessible worldwide, remains a timeless reminder of ancient voices preserved with unwavering dedication. The Dead Sea Scrolls offer more than just historical insights. They forge a concise connection between ancient prophecies and the life of Jesus, shedding light on beliefs that have resonated for millennia. For many, the Isaiah scroll serves as a bridge, linking Old Testament predictions to New Testament narratives. Among the passages that intrigue scholars and believers alike, Isaiah 53 stands out, a portrayal of a suffering servant that seems to mirror the experiences of Jesus. This suffering servant figure, described as bearing sorrow and rejection, is depicted with such vivid imagery that it's hard not to draw comparisons. Described as one who bears our pain and is pierced for our transgressions, the passage aligns closely with the New Testament accounts of Jesus' life, rejection, and crucifixion. These ancient words, set down over a century before Jesus was born, seem to echo the events that define Christian beliefs today. The Isaiah scroll also portrays this servant as silently enduring oppression, a description that Christians often associate with Jesus during his trial. Faced with false accusations, he is recorded in the Gospels as remaining silent, much like Isaiah's servant who, like a lamb to the slaughter, offers no resistance. Such parallels have strengthened the view that this ancient prophecy was not just foretelling a generic figure, but was foreshadowing the mission and sacrifice of Jesus. In another passage, the scroll describes a shepherd caring for his flock with profound tenderness. This image of the shepherd resonates in the New Testament, where Jesus refers to himself as the Good Shepherd, who is willing to lay down his life for his sheep. The alignment of these messages across centuries offers a sense of continuity, showing a shared imagery that links the Hebrew Bible's prophecies with Jesus' own teachings. Perhaps what is most striking to many is the timing. The Isaiah scroll, written over 100 years before Jesus, managed to survive wars, shifting empires, and the harsh desert climate. Its preservation across centuries feels like more than chance. For many, it's a symbol of divine purpose, as if it waited to be discovered when humanity was ready to reconnect with these ancient promises. If this message makes you think and you feel it connects with you, don't forget to like it, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment. Also, if you really want to support our work and help us keep creating valuable content, consider giving us a super thanks. Join this amazing community and don't miss any news. Through its ancient words, the Isaiah scroll connects the Old and New Testaments in a way that allows believers to see the fulfillment of prophecy in the life of Jesus. Hidden in the desert for centuries, the scroll surfaced at a moment that, to some, seems perfectly timed. The Isaiah scroll is still a strong statement for people who want to learn more about who Jesus was. It connects beliefs and strengthens faith across time.